take a little deeper dive into this beautiful TJ Hockenson trade. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus on this glorious day in Minnesota Vikings history.
It's just a fantastic day. The 6-1 Minnesota Vikings got a lot better by trading for Lions tight end TJ Hockenson. A move I didn't see coming. Came out of nowhere, blew my pants off. My pants are still off. They were soiled. It's a mess down there.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere, but it was one of those beautiful surprises. One of the ones you didn't get your hopes up, and it was dash. It just all of a sudden, boom, whammo. Here's TJ Hockenson. So we're going to be diving into it a little bit further. Before it was kind of our initial reaction. Before you get into that, remember, go ahead and give this a sub, like the video, give that thing a little ding, helps our videos. And
ding.
Spoiler alert. Lupagus doesn't even know this. Comments down below, hashtag TJ. We're going to be picking a winner just from this video. Get some Onebar and Lupagus hat. Hashtag TJ.
Get some hat. Speaking of surprise, you want to get a good surprise, get a Lift Bridge variety pack at your local liquor store. You never know what's going to come out of that thing. You reach in there, pull up, maybe it's an IPA, maybe it's something else. Actually, it tells you what's on the outside of it, but check it out. Fantastic. Lift Bridge Brewing Company. Every sip is a surprise of deliciousness.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a little deep dive into this, and let's start off with kind of the logistics, kind of the boring stuff out of it, compensation, numbers, and then we're going to see what he brings to this beautiful team. But compensation, I mean, just looking at it from a high level, this is beautiful. We got to steal.
Yeah, I mean, not only are you getting TJ Hockenson, one of the best young tight ends in the league, but you're also getting back a 4th-round pick this year and a conditional 4th next year. So I would have been fine if we just gave up the 2nd and the 3rd and just got TJ Hockenson. So to me, this is a huge deal for the Vikings to get not just TJ, but also some picks is insane. And again, you look at the 2nd-round pick, you get this young tight end, really makes you think that was probably a high need for the Vikings next year in the draft.
Well, and they're getting a 2nd-round pick, which, unless the wheels fall off, is going to be a very late 2nd-round pick. On the other side of that, we will be getting a very early 4th-round pick. I mean, they're projected to be the 1st overall pick right now, so we're basically getting a late 3rd-rounder and giving them a early 3rd round. I mean, it's just beautiful. Anyone that you look at as far as the experts out there, they're all agreeing that the Vikings got a pretty damn good steal here.
Yeah, I think the overall value when they figured out all the positioning was like just it's a 2nd-round pick what we gave up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was almost even an early 3rd. I think they said it was basically the 69th pick overall, somebody said, when you do all the trade value charts, whatever, which is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Just a fleecing
so far. We'll see what happens. But let's look at the numbers. Everyone was kind of, how is this going to work? I mean, his contract, we're only paying him we're paying him what? $850?
I thought,
or no, $536.
Yeah, I mean, there's like $600,000 left on it for the year. So I mean, it's just they don't have to restructure anybody right now. They can worry about it after the year. Look at maybe cutting some kind of deal with them, but right now it doesn't cost the Vikings anything. You don't got to do any moves. Brzezinski can just sit back, sip his scotch, not worry about it.
Sip his wonderful scotch. Hopefully he's sipping a Lift Bridge with that scotch. But yeah, I mean, this is wonderful. And you look at the next year, the 5th-year option that the Lions picked up, $9.3 million. And who knows, they could restructure, whatever, which brings us to the next question. I mean, I don't see this being a 1-year rental at all.
No, I don't think so.
Done, or even a 2-and-done.
No, if it was just, a 2nd-round pick, the fact he have another one down the road, he's young. I really think this is a move the Vikings are making for the long term, the long haul here. TJ Hockenson is going to be part of this team moving forward in the future, in the Kwesi Adofo-Mensah era. He's going to be part of this team. I have no doubt about it in my mind. Vikings will get an extension done with this guy.
Gets a young, tight end who's been whooping ass. And TJ Hockenson, we all know TJ Hockenson. I mean, we're not breaking news here. We're not going to break him down, but still only 25 years old, 6'5", those big, beautiful hands of his, and really just they're just stats, and they're wonderful.
Yeah, it's what he can do after the catch that really makes this guy stand out. I watched that highlight against him, I think it was this year, the Seahawks, where he caught a pass like the 11, took it down to the to the 5-yard line. It was like an 80-something yard gain for a tight end. He just basically did what Irv Smith can't do, made a guy miss, and then turned the Jets on, and that's all it took. So to have that in this offense, I mean, it's just it brings a smile to your face. It brings a tingle to your balls and a slight clenching of the BH. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. 15.2 yards of reception, leading all tight ends. That's insane. He's averaging like over 8 yards after the catch, like you just talked about. But look at these numbers. I mean, 2020, he went to the Pro Bowl. That's obviously when he had Matt Stafford, and now he's at Jared Goff. Not downgrading their offense at all. It's a pretty good offense this year. But Hockenson can put up some numbers, and this dude is going to thrive in this offense. Red zone. I can't wait the first time we're inside the 10-yard line and they look at this guy. They're not going to be Johnny Munt style going through his hands or anything like that. He's going to haul that baby in, and he is going to be a fan favorite immediately.
And again, I go back to that 25 years old. He's 25 years old. I mean, there's rookies going to be coming up. We're going to be 25 years old. So young, so experienced, so damn good. This is just a home run for the Vikings in all levels.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of the draft, we all remember him and Noah Fant, just these crazy-ass Iowa, these beautiful tight ends, athletic, freak. I mean, everything, every term you could throw at this guy, he had it. And the best part is, like we said, not only can he do that, but he's a pretty good blocker too. Like great, but he's pretty good.
You know, I'll take pretty good if he's as good of a receiver as he is. Pretty good works just fine for me.
And we didn't even say that the corresponding move, which everybody already knows, Irv Smith going on the IR with that high ankle sprain. I mean, we might never see Irv in purple again.
We may never see Irv again. And you know what? I'm okay with that. As excited as I was when we got him, when we drafted him, it just hasn't worked out. Injuries has been a huge part of his story with the Vikings. Still a guy who's loaded with talent, but will it ever come together? I don't know, but we're not going to know with the Vikings anymore. His days in purple, I believe, are over.
Wish him well. Hope he goes and rips it up somewhere randomly in the AFC. Also remember, hashtag TJ in the comments. You got to subscribe as well. But let's go to this offense too. Remember, just adding to this already very potent offense. I mean, looking at this, he's like our second best receiver right off the bat.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's just so many weapons here. The line's good. There's no reason that this team is not going to put up 30-plus points a game. And maybe that's the whole goal. Let's just outscore everybody. Maybe we'll put up 40 points a game. I mean, we look at the Dolphins game with all the 3-0s we had. That's not going to happen anymore. There's just no way with all these options. It's just a beautiful, beautiful offense, and one that, again, you just cannot help but smile about when you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy, and I expect Hockenson to be that number 2 on this team, even though he's a tight end. So, yeah, we don't need to talk about the offense. We got it. Kirk Cousins has got to be smiling ear to ear.
Oh, he is right there. Look at that. The one thing we should probably gear ourselves for, I mean, is he going to be ready for Sunday? I don't know. He's not getting here till tomorrow. And still the playbook. I mean, maybe they put a couple packages in for him, maybe a couple plays, but we're probably not going to get a real look at Hockenson until the game after, which is against the Buffalo Bills, I believe, right?
I'm expecting a fairly heavy dose of TJ Hockenson this Sunday. I mean, Christian McCaffrey was playing like 12 hours after he was traded, and he's a running back. So Hockenson, I expect him early and often. I hope you're wrong. Is what I'm getting at.
Oh, I hope I am too, but I'm just trying to limit my expectations here. I think the real payoff is going to be against the Bills.
We'll see. I predict the Hockenson touchdown, but let's get right to the nuts and bolts of this thing. Grade this thing. Grade the trade. Take your Purple Heart out of it.
Well, you look at everybody else who's neutral in this thing. Everybody just is looking at this compensation. Look at the Pat McAfee video. I think the guy must have been a Lions fan. He's just irate, going off of what the Lions, got in return for this guy and why they're not building around this guy. To me, this is an A+ for the Vikings. The fact that you get TJ Hockenson for a second and a third next year, which is pretty much the equivalent of a fourth this year, you get some picks back in return. You get your 4th round pick back. Again, and you said it's going to be pretty much a 3rd round pick. And then that 4th rounder we got back is probably going to be, the equivalent of an early or a late 3rd round pick. So it's really getting picks back. What it does for this offense, it's just a home run across the board. And
the best part is lately with our trades, they're like oh shit trades. Like, oh God, we got to hurry up and add someone. Oh, somebody got hurt. We got to bring in Ngakoue. We got to bring in Chris Herndon. This is like a luxury. We're 6-1. We're not 3-4 where we're trying to, we're just adding to an already beautiful offense. So this is an A+ 10 times out of 10, a lot to do with that and a lot to do with the compensation, the fact that our record's good. It works out at every level. It doesn't screw our salary cap. We can pay him just fine, and we have all offseason to figure out his future. Something Lupagus should be in.
AAA. I think we should all, isn't that? Yeah, we should all be in that.
Yes, that's it. Let us know your grades down below. Sub hashtag TJ in the comments for a chance to win Onebar and Lupagus hat. Somebody's gonna be a winner.
Remember this: baby hedgehogs are known as hoglets.